Hi, Bill Seitzner, Executive Chef Lodge at Woodloch. Today we're going to be doing a autumn squash roasted kombucha salad with local kombucha squash from a local farm, Lucan's Farm, and kombucha squash right here. We're going to roast this off. We have some Romanesco, Thumbelina carrots, little cool looking little carrots. Just going to be a nice, simple roasted autumn squash salad. First thing we're going to do is we're going to work with our kombucha squash because it takes the longest to cook here. This I already cut in half, so we're just going to scoop out the seed pocket. You want a stiff spoon for this, something that's not going to bend when you scrape it out of there. And you really want to scrape down and get some of that soft material that's around the seeds out of there. It's not the most palate friendly. So nice and clean like that. We're going to cut off a little bit of stem and then just cut it into wedges. We're going to take this, season with oil, salt, and pepper. Just a little blended oil, flaxseed, grapeseed, extra virgin olive oil blend. And then we're just going to paste this on a sheet pan. You can oil this. We will oil it a little bit just to help so that the stick sauce is going to help the browning. You'll already have oil on the vegetable, so it doesn't need to be oiled heavily. Just a little bit, kind of creates a little barrier from it sticking. With our Romanesco, we're going to just cut off whole florets. Thumbelina carrots, depending on how big they are, sometimes they get a little bit large. We may cut them in half. These, I am just gonna leave whole like that. I also have some roasted beets that we'll incorporate to the plate up on this. So again, just oil, salt, pepper. Toss it around. Now we're gonna roast these on the same pan. They will take a little bit different time, so we'll just check them as they go throughout. I already have some roasting in the oven, but they'll roast at different times, so we'll just take them off as they're done. So next, we're going to remove the seeds from a pomegranate. I'm gonna show you a little trick on that. You want to cut it in half between the stem. So like kind of stem end, you wanna cut it in half. That exposes the seeds. And then we're going to just kind of loosen that up a little bit like this. And then take a heavy spoon, rubber spatula, wooden spoon, metal spoon, hold the seeds so they're facing the palm of your hand, kind of cup your hand, and then just firmly smack the pomegranate and the seeds fall out. So then when you get the majority out, some of them, they don't like to come out of the corner, so you might have to pry it open and peel them out. And then if they have some that aren't as bright, you want to pick up the nice bright red ones. I mean, all of them are going to be good, but the ones that have more dark red are going to be the most juicy and flavorful. Now we're going to just cut some black mission figs. All we need to do with that, we're going to cut off that woody stem end and then just cut them in half. You could quarter them if you like. And then we're going to shave a couple pieces of beet and Thumbelina carrot for garnish. And I already have a little bit of shaved radish, but same principle we're going to do with the Japanese mandolin. Just slicing it thin, paper thin. This is a candy stripe beet, so if you look in there, it's got white and pink. If this was a red beet, you would not, I'm going to mix it with the carrot in the same container, just in the water. But if it was really a red beet, you'd want to keep it separate because it'll bleed into everything. The cold water will help that to curl. And do the same thing with the carrot. And we want a little bit of that stem on there. It's going to look nice after when we get that shaved. Okay. So this is super fast and easy. Once you have all your mise en place together, our vegetables roasted off, really it's just what we want to dress the dish with. So we are going to use some butternut squash seed oil, an aged balsamic vinegar, and a little bit of sea salt. So we're going to grab our roasted vegetables out of the oven, and then we're ready to plate. The fig balsamic. And there you have it. Beautiful autumn squash roasted kombucha salad.